I'm just this whole lineup just feels like no sweat.
Okay.
It's very similar to what we've seen Alliance dominate with throughout the Western European DPC, and the support duo just have to land their spells.
All right, well, we'll see if the supports can. As we get ourselves into this game one, PuckChamp versus EXTREMUM. Both teams trying to break away here from the bottom of the league, this position they're both currently in right now.
And it's also it's really tough to play Ursa into Troll. You end up having to blow ultimate just to purge off the blind from the axes. It's not like you can buy an MKB on the hero until much later in the game. But, you know, we'll see. I've been wrong before. Could go either way.
And some of the other elements, I mean, I guess even for the Puck, it's not like PuckChamp really lack lockdown. There's a fair few stuns that Melo's going to have to be pretty careful about when he's trying to make those aggressive moves as the Puck.
So the trouble with the badness, I think that when it works, it's typically because you create this environment where your draft has a lot more sustain than your enemies. But in this case, I think it's the opposite, where PuckChamp are like, well, you don't have damage to threaten us, so we have no problem with long fights. It actually feels like EXTREMUM with the Ursa Puck cores, like they need to strike fast and hard. They got like 10 seconds to get multiple kills. G won't help much with that.
Sure. Yeah, you know, once you're in with the burst of the SK, Puck, and Rubik, you know, that there is going to be that bit of the fight where those three heroes are just not going to have any more damage to offer. And yeah, against the DK and the Centaur, these high strength, high HP heroes that are going to be tanking up. It could be quite the struggle for EXTREMUM to deal with.
Also, the Puck, of all the games to play Puck into a Nyx and a DK, it's just so frustrating. You're so susceptible to just dying in a stun. The vision disadvantage won't really be there. Can be expected that the Centaur might even get a pipe up early if he feels it's necessary. I think he will. Puck Sand King. It's all magic.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Yeah, probably still want to get the Vanguard first, but yeah, absolutely. Getting that hood straight away upgraded here for the benefit of his team might allow the Troll to sort of get away with not getting the BKB too early himself, being able to go that route that he'd normally want to, into the S and Y.
Yep. And that right there, Owen, is why I think Ursa's fallen off a bit. How is it that dominating the enemy offlaner in a one-on-one really helps you win the lane anymore, when this is the new laning phase? It's just creep shenanigans. And if he wished to, he could just go pull the next wave himself. He's the enemy's support. But creep wave in his face, he'll keep it in front of tower. And congratulations on your Ursa lane advantage. It's neutered completely.
Well, at least get the small camp pull here. Try and take something away from Melez in return. Definitely a slow start to be out up there for him. A lot slower than that for the Troll down bottom. 9 for 3 right now. See Astral pop in the mid lane. Throw some abilities out here at Melo.
I love it. Tips coming out, strategically deployed, a quick little mana burn. It's basically, you know, he's not all chat and screw you, but it's how I would interpret that maneuver. It's happening in the bottom lane. Sand King not having the greatest time. Odd build. I feel like the skipping of stun isn't. This is why I don't like the hero. Oh, and you have Caustic and you have Sandstorm. Like, what are you playing the lane to do?
Well, yeah, but what would you be doing with the stun? What, you need the stun to get the range, yes, or you're getting aggressive onto this Troll AA early? You think this is a duo that you can punish?
I think it's just a more, you know, it's a usage of mana to secure last hits. Level 1 Sandstorm is quite expensive. Level 1 stun was 75 for the Sandstorm and 110 for the stun. I would just rather have the stun, you know? Grab every archer, at least 2 archer CS, get a mango. But it's more about how you're effectively removing your ability to play with any sort of aggression.
Well, see, top, you know, for the creep shenanigans they did pull off, Melez he's actually not getting anything out of this. He's 3 and 3. He's you know, getting completely dumpstered now by the Ursa. Which is kind of surprising. I feel like we've seen him grab a few creep waves, but he's just not been getting the CS at all up here as Centaur.
No, he is not. Did a good job from Nefrit, though. I like his itemization, too. Gotta get the Orb of Venom. Early boots. None of this like rushing Battle Fury shenanigans. You just make sure you're able to trade with the Centaur.
Oh, it's looking very nice here, Pastor. We'll be able to get the stack going. See mid lane at the moment. DK having the slight lead as expected against the Puck. All those heroes that you are grabbing for that lane matchup.
That is a Mellow Jewel. I mean, I'm tilted just watching because Nyx just stole his rune and then mana burned him again for good measure. So, you know, it's already a tough matchup for the DK. You can see it reflected in the CS. It doesn't get any easier when this Nyx just shows up. But it makes sense. There's nothing you can really do top to help his Centaur other than pull creeps and mess with pulls as we see here.
MLS trying to get at least something out of this, but it is going to be complete free farm for the Ursa. So very good start to be had here for Nefrit. I'm going to try and run down MLS. Nefrit heading over as well. So
Is he just accepting death?
Oh, he's going to go for the TP out, but they've got the damage. He is dead and out of the lane without a TP to get back up here, Kyle.
That was not well played, Owen. He could keep running. Nyx is there to stun, then he can TP. He could TP just as he goes to the high ground, or he could just accept death. But to die and teleport, he skipped boots for the Ring of Health, so he's just, you know, ruined his offlane by an extra wave.
Yeah, not even going to have the movement speed to get up there. Oh, well, it's things getting better and better for Nefrit.
Yeah.
Up on the safe lane for EXTREMUM.
BSJ's texted me saying this is an Ursa game that it takes a true legend to be able to win. You can't die. You gotta play clean. I call it the BSJ way. 0 mistakes.
I'll see mid desperate.
No coil.
Getting aggressive here with the first Elder Dragon form. Trying to put some damage onto the tier 1 tower.
It's almost 6. Then maybe you can set this up. If they can chuck him out of the coil, it's a sure kill on the DK.
Trying to get in position here for the runes. A bit of burst, but
whoa,
desperate now.
DD.
DD, you got to step back. Astra's got the stun as they've got the Dream Core control. They let down on the 3 of them. They're actually able to turn and take down the Dragon Knight. They bring down Desperate. DeCarlos is going to go for the TP away, but lifts back up. Another death and another TP down the drain here for PuckChamp.
They gotta get together, Owen. This is not how they expected it to go. I just realized the DK, no raindrop. It's the reason he goes down there. With the raindrop, you're 100% gonna live. He has the fluffy hat instead.
Yeah, he's going for the Falcon Blade on the DK. Yeah. Do you like this?
I love Falcon Blade.
Yeah.
I think Falcon Blade is a buy on any hero, but especially DK.
Okay.
Because you no longer have the option of mana regen at your level 10 talent. So you get that little bit. It allows you to actually farm a bit more with your Dragon Breath. And it's just value. You know, you don't need the slots.
I'm seeing top lane. I mean, Melez, he needs help. He's having a really tough time up here. Level 4 against the level 6 on Nefrit. And they're taking away his tier 1 tower, and there's not a whole lot that Melez can do about this. He needs backup.
It's coming, but this support duo is not really very formidable. And we were talking about how Zabad might not have much impact, but this phase of the game, like, they're a stun and a cold feet combo. Well, he shields it. That's it. That's your support duo, counteracted by 1 shield.
Now we have a 7-minute tower being taken away from PuckChamp. EXTREMUM, they're hitting hard in this first 7 minutes. There's PuckChamp struggling much more than you thought that they would, right, Carl? When you looked at the draft, did you imagine that PuckChamp would have this much difficulty in the lane?
No, definitely not. Oh, hang on. They might have more.
So they've got the bringing in Nefrit. Smart movement, make sure they have the additional bit of damage to try for Desperate, but the stun comes out. Desperate actually able to make it away. The supports will save him. Only just, though. Very close to Nefrit being able to bring him down, turning up into the mid lane.
Very nice rotation. It's unfortunate it did not succeed. That was the only way they're going to find that kill on DK, who I feel may have made a mistake with the 3 points in Flame Breath because he just doesn't have as much survivability. No raindrop either, so definitely living on the edge.
He's going to try and do his best to get that Blink Dagger done. Top lane, Melez again just being forced out of lane here by G.
Yeah, so far so good. But this is the way EXTREMUM kind of had to get the game going to have a shot here. The laning phase has to go well, and then their 3 cores can just play all around the map. They've got to be able to just dominate in a one-on-one scenario, in the sense that PuckChamp can't just match the Ursa with something like a Troll or a Centaur and just let them sit there and trade farm. It's got to be Ursa, constant bullying, farming offensively, with the purchase of a quick Battle Fury, which is in the cards, only 2 components away.
So now bottom Shashlo is going to go for the kill onto Carlos. Straight in epicenter popped.
Grandfather collects a kill. I like that interview. Shashlo, I think he did play, it was funny because they were using clips. I'm like, God, that was like 10 years ago. But I believe he was part of the team that actually played against Fnatic at DreamHack Winter, I want to say like 2010 or 11, when it was still Fly, Honey, No Tail.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What were you doing at that time?
I hadn't even heard of Dota. I hadn't even heard of computer games. I just played Mario Kart on the GameCube. It's top lane G. It's going to look to turn around. They got the Dream Coil on the 2 of them. Nefrit coming in as well. They've got the damage to take down the Centaur. Melez goes down. So again, EXTREMUM just picking up the kills, keeping all 3 cores very far ahead. Melez's game just getting harder and harder. This Centaur slipping right down and completely, behind every other core in the game. It's going to be a long recovery for him this match.
Yeah, credit to EXTREMUM. We haven't seen Centaur addressed in this way.
Yeah, they're smashing it. I mean, and because this has been a hero that has just been an all-round favorite, right? A very, very successful hero in the patch. But he's struggling this game.
He even skipped the Vanguard to go Hood, which I think is the right play. Because, even having a Vanguard, you're still going to die to the clicks. This allows you to get the earlier pipe if necessary, but it's survivability against non-Ursa heroes. And now you're at a point where you kind of just have to avoid him. Level 6 soon to come on the AA. That should help PuckChamp make things happen. But definitely not feeling good. Down 5-0. I always say, like I said, I love the EXTREMUM draft. I don't think Brian was as big of a fan, but good to see them. Huh?
I thought you said you liked the PuckChamp draft, didn't you?
Did I? I don't think so.
Well, top lane.
Easy coil.
Dream Coil down. He has got Stampede. So Melez will be able to get them out. Shashlo not actually quite able to get him with the Burrow Strike. So they're able to step away from this one.
Yeah, so this, however, is the trouble. They're still up the 2,000 gold, but that's how they have to keep playing this game, right? Just keep blowing spells, keep finding kills. PuckChamp, they're grinding it out. Troll's still top net worth, and they're the ones looking to pressure towers because their draft's just so much tankier. DK form ready, blink soon complete. All eyes on G, though. He's the man that'll win the fight with a quick shield off.
Well, he's heading in. I want to try and get the creeps off the tower. I'm going to try and defend this. EXTREMUM and Shashlo's him with the jump. Straight away onto Desperate, and they got enough magical damage. He's getting brought down low. He's trying to run away. He's able to step back. They couldn't kill Desperate in time as the DK survives, and the puck will fall. Fight not over yet, though. Melez will end up dying here yet again. And they get everyone else out of there. So all in all, a trade that PuckChamp will be happy with, taking down the mid, only losing their offlaner who was already suffering this game. They didn't get the tower though, so EXTREMUM will at least be able to achieve that tower defense here.
And looks like Ursa will win the race to Battle Fury. Troll is just his Void Stone away, so 325 gold,
Close.
Whereas Ursa's on the way. So pretty even, but I think Troll skills a bit better. Game continues.
No, for sure. As you said, there's definitely going to be issues for the Ursa fighting into him until he has a BKB or MKB. It's going to be a little frustrating.
We just blew a light.
Shashlo. He's found Dakalis. I won't actually have enough to take him down, though. As they do have the blink on Desperate now as well, so PuckChamp having a good means of getting that initiation. They have got good follow-up with the Ice Blast, and and ways to save the DK, get him out of there if it's a jump too far with the Stampede.
Yeah, the team fight for PuckChamp is the big problem. EXTREMUM should win skirmishes. They can certainly find pickoffs, but PuckChamp with DK form up. He has the blink. They are ready to hunt, and the smoke is on. Invisnik scouting it out.
Oh, there's the jump. They've got the opening onto Nefrit. They're going to be able to chain stun him perfectly.
Yeah.
No chance there for the bear as the blink, I guess, catching him off guard there. Was not ready for that sort of jumper movement to be made by PuckChampers. It was deep inside their jungle.
Yeah, see, it just feels like the laning phase, if it's not utterly dominant, doesn't impact the game like it appears it is. Centaur's game was absolutely ruined, yet here he sits, what, 600 gold behind the Sand King?
Sure.
Like, you get one kill on the Ursa, he's not even top net worth.
Yeah, like you don't think it'll actually matter in the long scheme of things here.
Doesn't look that way.
No. You're still going to have pretty good impact. Yeah. I mean, you're still a Centaur, right? That the hero's fundamentally strong at the moment.
Yeah, and this is my problem. Like, Sand King, yeah, you have a blink, but the blink, it's not the same as a DK blinking in. Because you don't have that same survivability, your right clicks are not nearly as damaging, and there's no AA behind you. Like, you need a core with you to find a kill, whereas DK and the support duo, that's kills all day. Troll's free to just get farm, and Ursa kind of has to play actively and be involved killing enemy heroes for EXTREMUM to make any moves work.
Right, EXTREMUM. I've got the target set on the mid-tier 1 tower. Shashlo smoked up with Chews. They show Nefrit and G. See if PuckChamp try and pull together defense around this tower. They've only got the 2 of them here right now. Okay, they've also brought in Dakalis on the AA, so they've got the combo if they can get that jump with the Dragon Tail stun. And Malesi also with his blink. He's ready to go. Opens up onto the Ursa. The counterplay comes in. They get the Burrow Strike off onto the Nyx Assassin. And as well, Mello with the Dream Call onto the 2 of them. But on the back lines, they've been able to chase down Nefrit. The Ursa falls. The Krillap picks up a second killer as he takes down Chu. And they're going to look to chase down Mello as well. They're going to be able to catch him with the stun as PuckChamp pull together the defense. And again, Nefrit just sort of getting caught out at the start, having to panic ult and step back. Because they could chase him down with the Stampede as the Ursa's are really struggling in these fights.
You can't do anything, Owen. There's too many stuns. There's no BKB up. I don't want to say it's GG, but I'm trying to find a way from EXTREMUM to win a fight. And
like, what does Nefrit have to do? Do you feel he just has to get back to hitting the creeps? He just can't afford to turn up for these objectives that EXTREMUM's trying to push for? Like, what do you do as the Ursa here?
I don't know. I'm more concerned about Mello, Jewel, to be quite honest. Ursa, he's not allowed to do too much, but what is that?
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing a lot of imp mids rush this Kaya Sanj, but...
Sanj first?
If the game is rough, but to be fair, he wasn't having too much of a rough opening here, Mello. No, for sure. Like, you don't normally see it this way around unless he's really scared of getting blown
up.
And
that's a Storm. That's a different kind of hero.
Sure.
You scale much better. The Witchblade in this game is so effective against the 3 strength cores of the enemy squad. I guess Troll's agility.
But damage is nice against the armor of the DK.
Yeah. And you don't win this game by surviving. You need to do damage.
Yeah, I mean, the reason why he's going for it is because of that. He's just worried about the chain stun and wants to be able to survive through the burst, but... You feel it's just far too defensive for what you want to be doing as a Puck.
It's like if you went to go box, I don't know, Muhammad Ali, right? You don't want to invest in padding and just let him punch you. You gotta try to hit back. You're already outmatched.
Oh, so we'll see. We'll see what he's able to, if maybe that little extra bit of survivability and resistance allows him to get stuff off in the fights that he wouldn't have been able to otherwise. Indeed, the damage sort of limitations that you did talk about as well in the draft. You said when you look at EXTREMUM's lineup, you don't really feel the damage, and especially with this sort of itemization, it's definitely going to be there, much less so. So definite pressure on Ursa Nefrit to just keep on farming. Those last few fights, he's really set himself behind that of the Troll. Now 2k difference between the carries. As that bit of early game advantage that EXTREMUM did have off the lanes, it's slipping away. As a 2k lead now overall for PuckChamp. As Extremum, oh, they're actually going to get jumped here. They're in onto Mello. Mello will be able to get the Dream Coil down onto the two of them. Desperate, popping the one charge. This DK is still very tanky. They can't get on top of him. Desperate's fine. With the charges, he'll live. And the rest of Extremum, they're having to back away. It's a 1-for-1 trade here. Just even with the jump, catching the DK, that they're able to get support kills, but killing these cores just seems to be a whole nother ordeal here for Extremum right now.
And trades, unfortunately, don't really help Extremum either because they're getting out-farmed. You can also see Meles did exactly what was expected. Vanguard is the selfish item. It's when you're ahead. You get the little bit of an edge. Instead, Blink Pipe. These are the team items.
I mean, you like that, right? That's what you wanted to see.
1 round of puck spells doesn't count. You have a pipe for the team. Same with pretty much the entire epicenter of Sand King.
Even going as far as queuing up the Vlad's next.
Oh, yeah.
Not an item or an aura that we see prioritized in a lot of games, but this time around, I guess you've got two beefy right clickers. The troll and the DK are going to be very happy with that.
Now it's got to be the Shachlo show. Find kills, stun, plus the Ursa. But who gets burst? It's the supports. Maybe you take out the troll before his ultimate, but that's a risk.
Tron, I guess the supports are kind of hard to find. A is always going to be sitting far back, just making sure he can get the Ice Blast off, and Nick's Assassin, crawling around in the shadows. So not the easiest of targets to necessarily start your fight on, unless they make errors with their positioning.
See the pings coming out. All about vision, I believe. Ult coming in bottom. Oh. Good try. That might have worked if the orb didn't go out before the phase shift. Only 3 points, so if that was a Blink Dagger escape, it would not have been so easy. What is it? Only a 1k gold lead. I mean, anybody could win. It's still open, but I'm looking at this Troll's net worth, Climo, and I'm thinking, is anybody going to catch him anytime soon? BKB's on the way.
Yeah, no, they've just got the BKB done on Desperate as well, so this sort of dual BKB timing is going to be very strong for the cause. So yeah, of course, for Nefrit, after the Blink Battle Fury, he himself also just trying to get that BKB ready for the next engagement. They might get hit before it. Smoke comes out from PuckChamp. They're ready to make an aggressive play here with Desperate, having the Blink BKB complete.
This is a timing. Be very careful if you're Extremum.
They're doing a good job of not showing on the wave at all here, Extremum. Sensing that something is up.
They just waited on that high ground another 5 seconds. Almost certainly a dead Nefrit and possibly a team fight. But so far, just both teams occupying opposite sides of the river, content to farm, waiting for the BKBs on their respective carries. Don't blame either one of them. Both carries also with the possessed mask. Lucky day. I think that's fair.
Nice bit of balance with the early neutrals. Now we're going to have Extremum try and go out with the smoke themselves. Roshan always would be a nice one to find here, but PuckChamp are going to be doing their best to keep their eyes on it. Make sure that the chance isn't there for Nefrit to sneak in as the Ursa and take it out. Heading towards top is a hard jump though. Ooh, and it's not going to even reach Desperate there as he's able to blink away from that attempt from Shachlo. Even if they do catch him, if he gets the chance to pop that BKB, very unlikely that they'll kill the DK right now. He's definitely the toughest target to jump at this stage.
Certainly. I don't even know if they would have been able to kill him there. I guess you have enough follow-up. Well, it's the Rubik lift. It's Sand King stun Rubik lift. That's all their lockdown.
Yeah.
That is not very much. But this perhaps is why we saw G with the first pick of Baden. This shard is definitely solid. Want to hover over. Yeah, Miscoil and Shield apply Curse of Avernus on enemies, and it increases the base slow plus cooldown reduction. One of those multi-purpose shards.
Yeah. With a couple of spells. So now we'll see. Gives that if it makes that enough of a difference to sort of get these, enable the Ursa and set him up for the kills. G's actually going to be the one to get jumped here. He's got the borrowed time. I don't think there's going to be any interest in the rest of his team to help him out, though, as G. He's looking pretty dead here.
It was close. Good force staff. I guess more of my, not to continue harping on the offlane Sand King, but blink force staff.
It's pretty old school, right?
Yeah, but I don't think it's a bad itemization by any means, but is this an offlaner or is this a 4 position? It's typically tough to tell.
Oh, this Roshan not standing a chance here against Krillin. Easy Aegis.
Yeah. And this is the trouble, we were talking about the draft. Maybe BSJ believed in the Ursa, but EXTREMUM just not prepared for the late game scaling of PuckChamp. Their mid game dominance. These BKBs are online, and suddenly you can't fight them anymore.
I'll take your tribute.
Well, now with the Aegis on the side of PuckChamp, it's going to be very, very hard for EXTREMUM to really make the decision to fight. Well, if they don't do so, still, as we're seeing, the sort of everlasting struggles from Nefrit to keep up with the farm that Krillit's hitting on the troll. Shashlo jumps in here. Desperate's going to come in with a counterplay as they'll get the lockdown onto the Sand King. And he's going to get thrown over to the side in an attempt to save him. He's up to the high ground, and he actually manages to make it away with the burrow strike.
Oh, was that a telekinesis save?
Yeah, Chu. He's got the shard done.
Oh.
So a nice little bit of a combo breaker to offer up for your allies. So you see, pays off there. Absolutely saves Shashlo's life, gets him out of the reach of Krillin.
Well, this is a gamble of a smoke. Pretty much everything riding on this.
They've got the BKB on Nefrit, so he can get in and commit on a target. Shashlo.
Hello.
He jumps in. He will finally get the burrow strike off, as Krillit's going to continue to chase him down. BKB's popped. He's staying on top of Shashlo. Shashlo, he goes down. They get one over to the side. BKB's already come to an end for Nefrit as he's trying to come out on Desperate. He's not even able to get Desperate down to half HP. Desperate's fine. BKB's popped. They're just running them down here. They get the jump onto GG's. Got borrowed time, but they've got so many stuns. Dragon Tail into the hoof stomp. And will manage to throw him up to the base there. Chu trying to do his best to save G, but it can't get him away from PuckChamp as they push on. They get the kill, and they're ready to start pushing onto the high ground there.
This is the most casual game of Dota I've seen. It's like not casual as in like low skill, but more as just PuckChamp. It feels like I'm on one of those walks through the woods with you and Sheaves, Owen. Just meandering about. Eventually, you get the win. Like nothing, no stress.
Yeah,
everybody farm. Hey, I'll be like, look how casual this. Troll's like, oh hey, they're here, guys.
And then he just jumps in the Sand King.
I'll BKB.
And then boom, suddenly he's having to get out of there, Shashlo.
Meanwhile, watch what our Ursa's doing up top, right? Yeah, you kill the AA with the BKB, and then he continues to try and fight, and they're just kind of like, really?
They can't kill this DK. Look at Desperate.
They're like, you're not a grizzly, bro. You're not a polar bear. You're like a little, you're a cub.
Yeah.
A cub scout.
It's tough. I mean, we're
go sell cookies. What are you doing here?
I'm really seeing is just sort of the difference in farm. Now, Ursa he doesn't have the items. He hasn't had the game here to.
What? He had a great lane.
Like, he did. He had the best. That's
he got
true.
first blood.
I mean, it was those early few fights that we saw, right, where he turns up, and that's always going to be the risk, right? You've got two carries, both with the Battle Fury. If one of them's turning up to fights that are going badly, the other one he's gonna be smiling all the way to the bank. And we're seeing out of over a 5k difference here in the farm between Nefrit and Krillin.
I love the way they've itemized too, because they recognize, look, EXTREMUM just don't have damage, folks. So I'll buy a Halberd post-blink BKB on my DK. My Centaur went for Pipe, now Crest. And yeah, that's the Nyx versus Puck factor. It is a tough, tough time. Oh, hello.
Yeah, well played by Krillin there as well, predicting exactly where he tried to blink out to. They're in on Desperate. See if they can burst him this time. They can. Everything committed onto the DK. They get the job done. They're finally able to take him out. Takes a lot, but the DK is dead. So
What will they get off it is the question, because objective-wise, they have limited ways of pressuring. Not out of it. Anything can happen. To quote the Flower himself,
what we have
anything can work.
They can. They've still got... Oh, it was 8%. That kill just put it down to 6%. 2% was lost there.
R.I.P. that gallon of milk. Yeah, I love the build though on the Centaur. Quick blink. It was a rough game, but all
he
these
had a really
items,
rough lane, Melez,
yeah,
but yeah, he's
slot efficient. Now he's a solar with the Vlads. That's so much EHP for his troll.
I recovered perfectly this game, Melez. Showing that the hero has just absolutely got its strengths, even if you don't sort of dominate the laning stage. As we have come used to a lot of sort of center dual lanes being able to do.
That's the thing. I look at the item build on the Sand King. I think that none of that helps your team. Like, it's hero, man. It's just so hard to play. You don't farm as fast, and you just don't have as much natural game impact. I'd like to, PuckChamp, I think they realize, like, we're really strong, guys. Can we just go push as 5? Like, just hold hands. Be chill.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
There we go, full abyssal. Now for Krillin. Even harder for Ursa to go toe-to-toe with him in the fight. Amongst the bashes and the control offered up. Now keeping that bottom lane pushed out against PuckChamp though. The mid lane's hitting up to the high ground. Krillet's ready to start stepping in and hitting onto another set.
Probably gonna wait for ages though. No rush. You're out farming. The gold lead was 5k, then 7, now 9 after that tower.
Radiant's bottom tower is
It definitely doesn't feel like there's too much pressure on PuckChamp here. The scalability of the troll and the DK. Well, Yul has got the Ags complete, so
it's pretty big. With the shard on Rubik, maybe that oh no, okay, never mind. I for some reason thought that the throw distance was for both enemies and allies. It is not. You can throw allies further, that's all.
Well, you get extra land distance with the talent, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you will be able to get that, and then you pretty much guarantee being able to break the coil.
Need some time for that though. Level 20. That is a really, feels like there's equivalents for other heroes. They get that as level 10 talent. Nice smoke to get in up top. The wave is pushed, so they could just go straight mid after this. EXTREMUM forced to come to PuckChamp. Look at, they're in the base right now, just hanging out.
Trying to find some sort of a jump here with this smoke, but Melez on the front is not one of the ones you want to jump. I say that, but then again, who is? As you said, that the supports are kind of the only potentially easy kills they can find. Centaur, DK, and Troll. None of those are going to feel too nice to get on top of right now. As you're really going to have everything thrown down on them to have a chance of killing them off.
I like how they're playing this though. Cutting 2 waves, PuckChamp, very methodical. Sweep the map. Look for a fight now. If not, you'll get that tier 2 bottom for free.
Look at the jump. Around to the Centaur. Dream Core down as well. This Ursa just dies though. BKB and Rage out, and they just kill him through it. He's not going to be able to stand any time in the fight as EXTREMUM just crumble as quickly as they begin the fight themselves. They couldn't even kill the Centaur. And again, the further struggles here for the Ursa is, with the bashes as well, there's just no chance. Even with the BKB and ult, he cannot fight this troll.
Are they going for throne? They have 2 racks.
Yeah, they call it GG.
It's just over, man. This is it's just an outdraft 101. I don't think EXTREMUM can win this unless they just utterly dominate from the laning phase on.